And we are live. Good afternoon, YouTube and Twitch. This is Harmony Muse with Final Fantasy XIV. I'm very sorry about only having one stream out yesterday. I'm very sorry about starting late today. Truth of the matter is, most people are on about a 24-hour sleeping pattern, or day-night cycle. It's about 24 and a half to 25. Anybody who's been watching me can tell that my afternoon streams have been showing up later and later every single day. It just so happened that yesterday, after I got done with my stream, and, well, by the time I was going to do another one, we found out the servers were coming down and I didn't have 2 hours to spend. There's a reason we're here. Because before I start with the main story, I've got to do a quest for my level 58 White Mage, which I would have swore was here. But apparently, no, I'm in the wrong part of the area. Either way, can't do a White Mage quest as a samurai, so hey there, Jordy. So let's see, and I get Arrow 3, which is slightly less powerful than Arrow 2, but it's AoE. I like that. Good tidings. I have acquired definite information on Alaka. As before, the stench of death gave her away. A hunter chanced to walk near, couldn't help but notice the smell. When she realized she was being observed, she quickly turned her steps west towards dragon territory. The hunter shouted a warning, but she continued on heedless. In light of her inclinations, I dare say she has business there. There's an area called Avalonia Fallen to the west. Let us head in that direction and try to pick up Alaka's trail. Once we're done with this, we can get back to the main story. No signs of Alaka, but the area beyond is fraught with danger. Not even hunters dare venture in. I would sooner not wander these parts without some guarantee Alaka is near. But we can't afford to delay lest she elude us completely. Let us split up and search. If you would focus on the area to the north, I shall follow the high road west. Oh, and do keep an eye out for... Oh, dear God. If Alaka is there, it is like to have manifested. You said go west and that you'd go north. This is more west than north that you're sending me, lady. too shabby. Now we're getting this healed very, very slowly. Alaka is not here. Rejoin Shiva on the westbound high road. Either our standard school hours have changed since I was a kid, or the school here lets out amazingly early. No, seriously, I'm not used to school letting out at 2 in the afternoon. There's a Shiva. You should not have startled me. You... I see. You were the one who undid my work. Why do you interfere with my experiment? So it was you who created the taint? You say, an insult born of ignorance. What you so callously destroyed was a wellspring of life-giving ether. What are you saying? The taint is befouled ether. It destroys life. So you choose to cling to your ignorance like all the others. But it matters not what you think. When my experiment is complete, all the fools who tormented me and mine shall get their comeuppance. No! We won't let you continue your explicit experiment. Stop her! I believe you have more pressing concerns. Drawn to the ether, I shan't doubt. Or the taint, as you insist on calling it. But such details are immaterial. By whatever name it is known, I shall fill the world with it and have my revenge. Do not interfere. Consider this your final warning. Oh, and we have a fan. Hey, fan.
Hey, getting my headset set up so that it doesn't, because it's not uncomfortable. There we go. I think I slept for good.
Spam, 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 spamity. Well, I done annoyed every single enemy on this encounter. And they are trying to kill me. Painfully, I might add. That's what happens when you overuse Holy on a solo affair. I pulled more enemies than I should have. Now I have to deal with that. Ah, crap. A level 58 White Mage quest where I have level 54 gear and was jumped by 4 enemies at once. And then trying to spam Holy to get my ass out of a jam. Ended up pulling about 4 more. Oh, I'm surviving. Barely. Had a benediction myself. And now I'm casting stone on the remaining sprite every time my regen pop, or my tick regen pops, because I had almost no mana. Oh wait, I forgot to use Lucid Dreaming. Whoopsie daisy. You find a peculiar hunk of flesh on the ground. Purify the... Okay, and they're going on about taints again. Good lord. Why do they... They could have used a different word for the English translation. Good lord. I mean, have these localizers not heard of Urban Dictionary? Thank you. Again you have saved me, and again I am reminded of my own weakness. What do you have there? Tis well I skipped my last meal. I wager this is part of Alaka's experiment. The seed seers may be able to glean something from it, and yet I find myself loath to seek them out. They haven't lifted so much as a finger to help us. What can we expect of them now? We should consult them anyway. You have the right of it. There is more at stake than a difference of opinion. If we are to save the 12'swood, then we must need to return to the Seed Seers for aid. It's settled then. We return to the 12'swood. And I got arrow 3. And my character does the Kaioken stance while learning arrow 3 yet again. And it's seen as a separate spell from arrow 2. There's no arrow mastery for it.
Probably because it's an AoE rather than a replacement.
Yep. And it's got a cast time rather than an insta. Whoa, and there's a spell quest right after it, so I do have to go back to brain fart. So there is a level 60 quest right after, or level 58 immediately after the first level 58 White Mage quest. Please hold on to that hunk of flesh. It is safer in your keeping. Now then, let's return to Camp Tranquil and explain the situation to the Seed Seers. And let's see what they have to say about this. I was expecting to do a main story quest today, but, well, as long as I can advance my White Mage and be useful to the group. You know, I'm still looking forward to doing Void Ark this Friday.
So am I.
A ghost ship full of pirates with a 24-man. Now, I wonder how long it'll take to get people in there. I mean, it's no longer new content. But, well, assumedly, since it's not as hard to unlock as Labyrinth of the Ancients was, it shouldn't be that bad. You are returned? How fares the effort to purge the... Oh, God. Oh, you wish to show us something? Yeah. Here, have some taint flesh. Am I going to go to jail? I'm giving this to what looks like an 8-year-old girl. What? Am I wrong? What does it tell us, brother? The elementals are in trepidation of the flesh. It is infused with befouled aether, of this there can be no doubt. And with the Great One's warnings growing ever more fervent, it seems plain that this Alaka continues to sow the... Oh, God. Whatever it is she seeks to do, we must put a stop to it. Arun and I shall take a closer look at the flesh. In the meantime, you must resume your journey of purification. What? With all due respect... Oh, to hell with respect. I can't believe what I'm hearing. You would send us back to the midst of danger with nary a word of counsel? I know full well what we ask of you, but there is none other on whom we can depend. Depend, you say? Instead of depending on others, why don't you do something for a change? We all know that you both have the power to do so. Do you realize how much she's been through in your names? Oh, but of course you don't, because while she's bled for you, you were hiding with your heads in the treetops. If Master Atoa were here to see this, he'd be turning in his grave. Here's the thing. Shiva isn't exactly wrong. While we've been out gallivanting up with the White Mage and Heavensward content, Seeds here have been staying right there in Gridania. Heads in the treetops, what is the matter with her? To think that our own people see us in such a light. It cannot be helped, brother. We are bound to remain in the forest. Things are not as they were during Master Atoa's time. Be that as it may, were the people to lose faith in us, for whom shall we convey the will of the elementals? Forgive me, but I would be alone. Rest assured that I'll take a closer look at the taint flesh. Whatever you say, you weird little kid. Arun has the right of it. It is our duty to facilitate harmony between man and elemental. All the laws of the forest count for nothing if we fail in this. At any rate, we must stop Alaka's dark designs. And fear not. Henceforth we will not leave you to bear the burden alone. Pray allow us some time to consider the next step. But again, as much as that was borderline blasphemy for a Gridanian to call out their what amounts to their high priests or archdruids, she wasn't exactly wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And alright, where to next? Oh, I gotta go back to IDYLLSHIRE because it's time for me to go back to the main quest finally. Finally.
Finally? Alright.
Which means speaking to Kryl in front of Matoya's cave. So how was Anti-Tower? Did you enjoy the dungeon?
It wasn't terrible, but I also had a damn good tank to help me.
What, Krenin or Folant?
Shuga.
Oh. I think it was funny as hell back at the end of Heavensward main story when one of the bridges out into the DRAVANIAN hinterlands was blocked in these irreplaceable ruins. And what was the goblin's idea to get through it all? Dynamite.
Yep. Boom.
You know, I'm surprised that Y'shtola wasn't having kittens at the use of explosives in Sharlayan like that. Tongue firmly in cheek there. So what are you up to?
Palace of the Dead.
You're leveling up another class. Which one this time?
Black Mage.
What's in the eye of the beholder? Rest of the meeting of the famous Master Matoya seems to have set Kryl thinking. I have heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured that they are all true. Rest assured that they are all true. This way, and have care that where you tread. And Matoya's theme again. I swear, every time I hear this song, I'm a little 13-year...
Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Did Matoya just make a poo on the shoes joke? Oh, God. Every time I hear this song, I'm 13 years old again, sitting on the floor in the living room of my childhood house in Missouri, playing Final Fantasy I again.
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Cryle, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Matoya calling someone an old coot?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Cryle, you too possess the echo.
Dun dun dun. Cryle has the echo too.
Well, yes, of course I do.
And Alphino is, you have the echo? Why, yes, of course, she says like it's no big thing. Despite it basically making me God's chosen warrior.
Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
Okay, so she's a friend of Minfilia's.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand. But precautions had to be taken.
So, someone I'm used to being a little girl in Final Fantasy V is actually an adult, albeit a Lalafell. That's kind of weird and creepy, but okay. So much
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
And Matoya's like, yes, yes, whatever. Now, why are you here, damn it? So much nostalgia in one room. Final Fantasy V and 1 in the same room. I am grinning right now.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the seventh dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And out with it, she's finally mentioning the crystal eye. And if you remember, you've played Final Fantasy 1, right?
Yep.
So you remember that old Matoya was blind as a bat without her crystal eye, and that's why you went down to Elflands in the first friggin' place, was to get her eye.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of
To be fair, because of the minor lack of guidance, I pretty much got the eye before I even got to Matoya. I just had to look up where to find Matoya.
Well, the funny part is the NES game, Nintendo of America was so afraid Americans would think the game was too obtuse that what they did was they included a walkthrough for the first half of the damn game in with the game itself. No, seriously, half or the 80% of the instruction manual for the NES Final Fantasy 1 in the United States was a walkthrough. You know, maps, chests, vendor locations, everything. Because they were so scared that American fans would think the game was too obtuse and too confused and have a hard time figuring out where to go, Never mind that we got Dragon Warrior 1, which was even more non-linear before it.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light.
So it appears that I am very far not the first chosen hero of light. I'm just happen to be the one for this age. And this crystal eye of Matoya's was a previous warrior's crystal of light.
As her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
And apparently Hydaelyn has been steadily getting weaker over millennia.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure.
You're eventually going to see how weak.
Inherent in its use.
Don't spoil it.
No two manifestations of
I'm
the
not.
echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul, their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
And of course, when Thancred is brought up, Matoya starts smiling. I'm okay. She went from, you know, stern but cranky motherly granny type to okay. That's creepy.
Thank you, Master Matoya. Then let us begin.
But I like how they're tying in bits of Final Fantasy lore, not just as cameos, but important bits of lore. Outright stating that that the Crystal Eye was actually an ancient hero's crystal of light from a much more powerful era of Hydaelyn.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Song Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
You think?
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
I will say this about the Alphino voice. While it's not the same as the original, and I wasn't used to it at first, it sounds a bit more matured.
Well, he has seen some crap, remember?
Well, I meant more as in
Yeah.
physically matured, but you make a very good point. Speak with Alphino outside Tailfeather. But if this is what we're seeing for Heaven's Ward, I can't wait to see what they do in for Stormblood, I swear. Were I to find myself in unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of an unknown allegiance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would have surely stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryle. I've already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. And how much do you want to bet when we finally find Thancred he looks nothing like what we remember? This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into pairs. Ishtola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Wilhelmina and Kryle will question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we'll regroup near Lost Vath to share our findings. Assuming there are no objectives, let us be about it. Alphino working as a de facto leader of the Scions, he really has grown up since the upstart he was back in 2.5, when I was outright pointing out that the world leaders had every right to tell him to go screw when he was, demanding that they go help him in the war, or to go save Kurthus. And to the point where all of them stopped referring to him as Alphino and started calling him boy. I mean, you could tell that Melvib was done with his crap.
Mm-hmm.
My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you've finished making your rounds. Oh, it's... Go ahead.
You kind of missed something during that scene where... Oh, I think you saw it anyways, when...
The heavy implication that Alphino has a crush on Kryle?
No. Where I was literally waiting for our white mage to slap him.
Waiting for a white... Go ahead.
I'm trying to remember what her name was.
Ishtola?
Yes.
When was that?
Something about something because of how... Wait, I think that's later. Never mind.
Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look then. Ain't seen her around, sorry. Gotta remember, I gave the leader of this place a Gomer Pyle voice. What's that you got there, Sketch? Can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior? Heard a tale about the other day about a Huron vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was a bell of some bleeding ball. Sound like your man? I know, that's more Scooter, like, catch a ride?
Pretty much. Consider the creep of saying that we're the Crimson Reapers. Gotta make sense to make references like that.
Oh?
Crimson Reapers. Crimson...
oh, that's from
Raiders.
Borderlands. God, good point. It's been a while, man. I kind of stopped playing Borderlands 2 after trying to snipe my way through an area and the monsters I'd killed to get to the point that I was at were respawning on top of me. because the respawn rates were so high. A Huron, man? Well, we're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? Okay, this guy's wearing the same crap I was wearing as a healer, but he's got a big fuck-off axe on his back. I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but it could have been him. It was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. I was making no effort to cover his tracks, you see. Then he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Wait. Since when does Thancred heft an axe? You know, he was Rogue Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let's see what the others have found out. Oh, I've finally broken 7,000 views, by the way. Once
nice.
I make 10,000, I'll officially have ads on the VODs as well as the streaming.
Nice.
Can't say more because YouTube doesn't like it if you talk too much about policy on stream. Blah, 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 blah. Nod, nod. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. So you've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is related, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement. I hope I got those air quotes in frame there. Which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. So you're implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It's a scene I never shall forget. Oh!
There we go.
Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see. I mean, it was a simple statement of, keep digging that hole, Alphino. Keep digging that hole. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no?
Anyways, when you get to the end of that, talk with your Stola first.
Quite right, Kryl, quite right. Oh, God. That's glorious. Given that Alphino seems to recall the details of my return so vividly, I would rather he did not draw me from memory, talented or not. So you would prefer he didn't draw you like one of his French cat girls?
Oh boy.
Reference to Titanic.
I know.
Honestly, that boy, some things never change. Alphino would like very much to continue the search for Thancred. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Loth Astvath. We must go and see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone, come along. Oh. What? I'll go ahead and put myself in queue for now, because I forgot to at the start of things. It's not like I need the tomestones except for poetics, except for kitting out my white mage when they get to 60.
Mm-hmm.
Which really ain't that far along from now. Speak with the Vath storyteller. Click, click. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Loth Astvath. What seek you this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he is not prey, but a friend long missing. Good. He is a friend of the Vath as well. One with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. The fleshling clothed in skin came to us from Samal, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us so much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lost Athnath, not long ago, when he heard the one-minded summoned our god once more. Ravana is returned? Vidofnir did say the Nath had grown us before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we do thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness before we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nath claim him as a sacrifice. Click, click.
Clicky clack.
No. Check something. I don't even think Mom is watching, so why am I doing the voices? I don't know.
Because she might rewatch later?
Or she might wake up, because I know she's napping right now. Oh, great. And they want me to fight on the steps to Lost Athnath. Okay.
It is quite a bit easier this time. Trust me on that.
Well, I've also got item. I'm also level 62 with item level 270 gear. Yep, it's easier. Wait for your comrades to arrive. Okay. It was funny because the command was defeat any foes who stand in your way. I somehow don't think that's going to be a problem. I think I was doing this in 130 gear the last time.
This white mage is officially stupid.
And we're hearing lots of explosions and booms. And then there's Ravana, who just got knocked on his... What the hell? What the hell? What's Cutscene Boy doing here? That ain't cool. He's fucking up Ravana with item level 90 gear. What the hell am I seeing? Oh, and they're all wearing dark versions of the class gear. And they're both echoing off each other. This can't be good.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Asians forever.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
And the Asians are talking in proper English for a change. Thank God.
We can and we will, Asian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not.
This guy just made a blade of light. They all did. I have the power. So he's echoing off of me and must be seeing what I'm seeing.
So you are the warrior of light. The savior of Eorzea.
They all did it.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner. What with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
What's he doing?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
And they proceeded to just try to sneak to blindside us with friggin' bard crap. Oh, you just fucked with the white mage. Oh. Oh. This ain't a PvP server. What the hell are you guys doing? And why is, more importantly, why is my character not doing anything about it? Oh, and Thancred looks like he took about a few dozen levels in badass. Mm-hmm. And he just... What?
And he's also ticked.
He just pulled a dynamic entry. You know, full-on flying kick. Silly rogue, you don't attack a warrior head on. You let somebody else take the aggro and then you hit him in the back.
That just proves how badass he is. Also remember, Thancred was a tank before he was a rogue.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt. But so be it.
Not very sporting. They blind attacked us without us being ready. They were trying to kill us outright without us having a chance to fight back. And he's suddenly bitching about it being not sporting because he has a genuine challenge. What the shit, dude?
Mark well our faces, warrior of light. For we are the warriors of darkness. Walkers of a different path. And we shall meet again.
I am one-shotting half the enemies here.
Okay, this is bad.
Warriors of Darkness. Really?
I would call them the Warriors of Emo, wearing all that black and having all those one eyes being covered. But wow, Thancred looks amazing. Why's he got one eye covered? Did he lose an eye?
Thancred, are you all right?
It's probably scarred more than heck.
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
And his voice sounds off. Not bad, but okay.
Remember that we didn't have a Thancred until for all of Heavensward. Until he came back, and right now.
Right, and the last and okay, what we got here? I still want to figure out what the hell was up with Urian J. You know, because when we first
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
and he's slowly giving him a dressing down for waiting until the last moment to join the fight. But what I want to know is what's going on with Urian J, because in the last cutscene for 2.55, you know, when we were walking our asses up to Heavensward, or up to Ishgard, we saw Urian J talking with the Ascians, working with them.
Mm-hmm.
So something's going on there that he's not telling us.
My appetite for the dramatic. Have you forgotten the circumstances of our party? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether.
And of course, conveniently placed a squirrel tail covering the dangly parts.
Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides.
And another squirrel covering his backside in the next picture.
Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited.
Good squirrels.
This is awesome.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke. A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
True.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
A glimpse of the leader's past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
Considering that they used the word Ascian outright there, Krile, yeah, I'm supposing it probably was an Ascian.
Warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both. They must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
So these Warriors of Darkness have something comparable to the Echo, but they're calling themselves the Warriors of Darkness. So something is going kinky here. Almond is lost in thought, doubtless ruminating on the implications of your encounter with the Warriors of Darkness.
The only thing I can think is that they are of the Asians deity.
But except they were killing Asians. Another theory, since we're seeing stuff from multiple Final Fantasies, is potential for being from an alternate dimension. Blessed with the power of the... Go ahead.
That's one thing I wish I could see. I wish there wasn't a Final Fantasy game where you were the Warriors of Darkness instead of the Warriors of Light.
Well, to be fair, you run into the Warriors of Darkness in Final Fantasy III, and they directly help you because you're fighting the Cloud of Darkness, which isn't so much a Cloud of Darkness, but a Cloud of Void that comes about anytime either light or darkness are too powerful. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down primals. Despite his declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. Found it strange that such exceptional individuals have only escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. What's weird is they look exactly like the cutscene heroes from 1.0. From the original intro cutscenes to 1.0 Final Fantasy XIV, and to the end of an era cutscene, you know, where you know the one. The original Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn intro cutscene, you know, the Garlean War, Louisoix casting the shield to seal Bahamut and being melted away as he does so. You've seen it, right?
Yep.
The Warriors of Darkness we just fought looked exactly like them. So I'm thinking either it's... So I'm thinking there's a lot more to the story. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how I found Wilhelmina. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I have the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women killed a god. I labor to believe a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers would have been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. That Ofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmerich's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Menphilia. Right, her power of the Echo gives her the ability to, you know, speak with the souls of creatures. So a hive mind would probably give her a freaking headache. Wait, Menphilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Wilhelmina. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. And they literally put me right at the front door. And if I remember right, Vidofnir is up in a hole up here. Or I could just take the stairs up. I hate games with this much verticality that aren't, you know, direct path up. You have to take some winding way through. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she had long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir. It was not for her we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who had been summoned by the Nath, has been again laid low. Truly? Once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit, the god fell by another's hand. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But on to another matter. I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation? As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace by thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream. Yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned. For redemption she sacrificed and became its light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly of glory and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you and who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It's happening, Assail. Would that you were here to see it. I know this is all stuff you've seen before, man. And I got a feeling that the fertilizer is about to hit the windmill. Because we're seeing rain on the streets of Ishgard.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
Oh dear. Sir Emmerich is walking around with Edmont. And there's some bum look
Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
And somebody just poisoned Sir Emmerich.
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with a tyrant's blood.
And who see Emmerich as a tyrant and a father killer.
Whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Oh, and he had got him in a good old-fashioned cop armbar. You know, face in the dirt. Oh, great. Which means I need to get back to... crap baskets. Time to get back to Foundation. So, Emmerich just got shanked. That's not going to go well for anybody.
Nope.
Now, do I go deal with I get the feeling if I speak to Alphino right now, it's going to start a cutscene. One that I'm not sure I want to go through because I'm at level 4, or I'm at number 4 on the wait for a queue. You okay, man?
Yep, stretching.
Now I'm at weight number 2. And beep. We're in. And let's see what we got today for 50-60. I'm hoping it's a good one. It's Copper Bell hard. So weird seeing myself with 4-digit HP again. Good for these people who are getting 40 bonus tombstones for me having never done this one before. You didn't... okay. They weren't... Somebody didn't want to wait on the lever for the platform until everybody was down. We almost missed our white mage coming down with us. So, within the next week, I'm probably going to be starting a stream, something entirely just on Twitch alone, rather than on YouTube, due to copyright purposes.
Okay.
Yeah. Namely, what I'm considering doing is, soon enough I'm going to be getting my hands on copies of Final Fantasy XII and Final Fantasy XV. And I'm considering, like I said, doing that Twitch only, so I have something, you know, special for my Twitch followers. That and the fact that I can't find a proper material usage license for Final Fantasy XV. And the default Square one specifically says does not apply to Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy XIV has its own. Alright, tanky buddy, we got friends back here, man. Oh, right, I remember the boss in this place. It's fighting an advancing wave of stuff while fire's coming up behind us. Class track has been removed. We are, however, doing fairly well through here, though. I blame it on everybody having far more item level than we need, except for maybe the healer. And even then, Oh, we made friends. Lots of friends. I love this old music. And speaking of Final Fantasy 15, something I heard, because you know a lot of that game centers around you and the other members of your party going around, traveling around in a car.
Yep.
Apparently you can get, I think it's unlockable DLC, music from previous Final Fantasies to play on the car radio.
That would be awesome.
Complete with one of the common ones being Final Fantasy IV's theme from the Red Wings. You know, the music playing, you know, when you first start, and Cecil's having the flashback of murdering everybody in Mysidia. Oh, this one.
I still say that Final Fantasy IV was one of my favorite games. I tolerated the remake of it, but the whole thing with the adding abilities just did not work for me.
Trust me, nobody. What the hell is that tank doing? He's gonna get himself murder death.
Because apparently there was a whole thing around if you put this stuff, you have so many abilities in this one person that when he's forever gone from the party, you get more abilities from him. So it's like,
Why is the healer standing in the fire?
nope.
We've got the whole case of the slowly advancing fire for the first boss. The whole time the healer was standing in the fire. Either way, we still survived.
Oh, apparently for the DLC that you get on the CD is not DLC. The music they can get on the car radio, excuse me.
Yeah?
You actually buy the music in different areas.
Oh, you buy that in game. Okay.
I'm looking at the chat here.
Oh, I didn't know that, Bit Knight. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh crap. Self-destruct. Well, the one thing I did see from watching one of my favorite Twitch streamers, the Code Carnage, playing it, was that there is, in fact, a quest for, believe it or not, cup noodles. You know, cup ramen. That the cook in the party was talking about their flavor being so amazing And there's a quest where you have to go help him find meat to put into ramen noodles. I know, I don't care, because that's just silly enough to be awesome.
Oh god, this fight.
What fight? The one you're in?
The one that you're playing.
Ow.
Yeah, the olive does not hold egg.
Oh, so we've got to pull... We gotta physically drop the bomb on him, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Put it on him. That's the bomb.
Bombs are friends, not food.
Where do you hear that?
No, it's just a joke.
And he's calling himself Biggie. Is
Yep.
this a reference to the rapper Notorious B.I.G.?
No clue.
Somebody else getting the bomb. Looks like we're probably going to end up brute forcing him at this point.
You went this hard, brute force.
And the healer's having a heart attack. Well, actually, no, they just ether blowed themselves. I think they're good. And I do remember also seeing every time your group camped out in Final Fantasy XIV that you were using like Coleman lanterns and lighters and like beach equipment. Say again? Yeah, in 15 rather. Yeah, that's what I meant. Get out of the bomb. Get out of the bomb. Biggie is too young to die. Well, apparently, no, you're not too young to die there, fella, because you just did. Item level 60 gear.
Coleman tent.
Oh, God. That's bad. But that's also glorious. I mean, hey, if you can have so much product placement, I believe one of the Transformers in the first Michael Bay Transformers movie turned into a vending machine for Coca-Cola. So I don't mind product placement. I mean, if you're gonna be that tongue-in-cheek about it, that's actually kind of awesome. What I want to see more than anything, though, is because a lot of people were really up in arms about the fact that the main characters of the game were all guys. That there was no female member of the main party. I want to see how they handle that. To see if it's well done or not. And we're to the final boss. Is this going to be another... Oh, dear. What do we got? Oh, great. Oranos. Oh, the Greek for... Oh, Uranus. Okay.
Oh, that's that fight. Somebody has to.
Somebody has to.
So there's a sandworm in the sand.
Yeah.
And you need crystals to draw it away from the party. It also would help your tank through it to the edge of the arena.
Well, you know the old saying, wish in one hand, shit in the other, see which gets filled up first. We're also killing this thing so quickly I doubt it'll matter.
It mattered the last time I was in Copperbell Hard. To the point where they're literally like, "Hey, Isha, can you do the crystals? Do the crystals? Yeah, throw them onto the different sands and draw the sandworm through that."
Oi, tank! I've got enemies on me. Do something about it. Or not. Just let me die there, shithead. Oh, well.
Wait, you wiped?
Yeah, we wiped. We almost got him dead though.
Eek.
We almost had the power to tell the mechanics to go screw, but we didn't.
Oh, poor Radiant.
We're fighting him on the rock now. Crap. Hey, tank, how about, you know, tanking? Thanks, buddy. Why the hell are you not using Swift Cast? And we got it. Time to get back out of there. And that's done. Yay. Got 30 minutes left to deal with Alpha Noselittle and this attempted assassination. Right. Let's not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred? Yes, yes, quite well. Forgive me. You've given me a rather lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians or DRAVANIANs, and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head on, one at a time. For now we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks, and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you as they found me. In time we will find Ida and Papalymo and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together. Pray do not misunderstand. I do not mean to imply that that would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. Though I had no doubt I will but I have no doubt I will enjoy my many more glorious victories soon enough. And you may rest assured I will play my part in them to the very hilt. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. To think that someone out and out shanked Emmerich. That can't be good. It's Lucia and Hilda. What you got, Lucia? You've returned! In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has? These are glad tidings indeed. Whether the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The chirurgeons tell me he'll make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Artoriel had not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. Aye, the attack was just the beginning, though. Not long before, all the buildings around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been doused in the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassins and conspirators. Until they've been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Damn Skippy. Then let us be about it. Oh, great. More fertilizer hitting more windmills. This is going to be fun. Against the dying of the light. Primal accessories. I'm going to take the silver pieces there. They're giving me something like that. There's going to be an instance here, isn't there?
Probably.
The flames are spreading. We must begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where these fires were set? Mayhap there's a pattern. If there is, we've yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, both on the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Estrola, I would have you take charge of the investigation and foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Mina Wilhelmina and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogues strike and oppose so they'll be joining us? Thancred, of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you, my lady? I'll bet. The name's Hilda, a scion, eh? And then I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn anything of value, pray inform me immediately, that is all. Hello, Levin, and I apologize for my horrible accent. While we could begin by sifting through the charred rubble and questioning every random passerby, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted upon to know things he or she should not. Oh, aye. The infamous Lord of Madeleine de Forton. Lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I have in mind. Capital suggestion. He'll be at the Crozier most like, making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. Grizzled I'll accept, but old? Oh man, that's glorious.
Poor Thancred.
And there's the Madeleine after all. Well, Finissa Wilhelmina, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something of the matter, old girl? Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that, and awfully curious. Wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the hall plot is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been open to those unfortunate souls who've lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man, not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you're thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens. Wait a moment. I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old girl. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now go, run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees on the Hoplon, Wilhelmina, I'll investigate the locations the fires were set. Will you be so good as to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming about in an unfamiliar city all your lonesome, can we? You'll only get rolled blind and left shivering in your small clothes. Small clothes being an old term for your underwear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I give him the foppish, annoying accent simply because that's what he reminds me of. Hedonism bot from Futurama. Unruffled refugee. Ours was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. So the church was generous to give people clothes, give people housing. Why do I have a very bad feeling about this? There was a man with a satchel. We saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arms are getting better after all. And then one person who's a priest to talk to. How much you want to bet he's a standoffish jackass to me? Come, my brothers and sisters. There is food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Alone's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess, we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Emmerich and the Dravanians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, miss? No, I think you've got enough suckers right there, pal. So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the fury guide your steps. I don't trust this fella. Do not worry yourselves with the words of lesser men. when Sir Emmerich's name came up specifically, my warning or my mental warning bells are going off. But then that seems to be a going thing in almost any role-playing game ever. If there's a church, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be the ones perpetuating the evil they're telling you to go kill. The Church of Saint Ajora in Final Fantasy Tactics. The Ishgardian Archbishop. The Church of Yevon. Need I go on?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, there you are. Anything to share? Humph. Well, we require more than the muddled testimony of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Raymondo's Cathedral and another near the tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Fury. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the 2 occasions when their target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Huh. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give cause to wonder. Alphino will doubtless have an opinion. So, a priest referring to what happened with the Dravanians as the words of lesser men. And all this arson, brutally murdering or burning down buildings. Yet somehow the religious buildings are untouched. That seems so horrifyingly like, oh Lord, it's going to be somebody from the church doing this. You happen to know and you're not going to tell me. I know you're already Go ahead.
I'm just going to say you're going to find out real quickly.
The way I get the feeling, I wish I would have packed my ass whipping boots. This. Oh, Alfie. Alphino, where are you? Ollie Oxendork. He's captive. Captive is not saying a word. You should have seen the way Alphino tackled him. Alphino went for a tackle? Good, now that you're here, we can proceed with the investigation. Hey. Silence will avail you not, sir.
Wait, Alfie tackled?
Yes. Ah, Wilhelmina, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we've detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present when the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go! Damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. Are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose, but tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile! Look at me! Aye, that you are after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabbit and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks! He was the one what told me to keep going. Sucker! Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Furies' work, he said. I left it behind. I tried to with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, as long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. Oh, so she's gonna break his leg.
Yep.
I like this, Hilda. That was incredible, Thancred, but how did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. Troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I couldn't be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And what if our captive had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we've at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and can discuss how best to proceed. Okay. This is getting good. But it always keeps getting good and good and good and good. The only time I think the story really dragged was from about...
was 2.1 to 2.5, really.
Oh, no, that was actually interesting stuff, too. Where I felt it dragged was around everything up or in 2.0 in A Realm Reborn. You know, getting up to the point where you're starting to rescue Menphili and such. Because almost everything there was, you know, fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest after fetch quest. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or the other. Archwarel. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Archwarel. Have you come to see your father? He is attending to Sir Emmerich in his chambers at the present. I am. He bid me bring his salve. Then do not let me detain you, and thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. I like Lord Archwarel. You know, tradition-bound and sort of racist when we first met him. But when we started proving ourselves useful, he really sacked up. Master Archwarel did not seem in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alphino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Taking the silver. Why would people be slandering Edmont de Forton? What did he do? Oh, other than side with... Lucia is not one to rest on her laurels. House Forton, Kite Shield, wind up Orshval. What isn't dead or is recreated in a goldsmith's workshop can never die. I should make my character go full Yandere and keep the wind up Orshval around at all times.
Oh boy.
Lucia is not one to rest on her laurels. 10,000 gil, good God.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fire set, our work is far from finished.
Okay.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Sorry about the noise.
You're fine.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change.
Yeah.
When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Oh, damn it. The vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened.
Not as hard.
Spare no detail.
Trust me.
We were directing refugees into the basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
They've taken hostages.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Ridiculous. Do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
I would have something to say to what Artois Rel just said, but it would be too political, and I won't go there. But yeah, this is hitting very close to home.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
I'm gonna have to get this done.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands.
This ain't good.
Do not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
People, when confronted with the truth, that are more focused on their comfortable lie to the point of violence against what they don't want to be true.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to finish this. You know,
We are in your debt.
even though I'm running close to my normal 2-hour time, I gotta do this.
Lord Commander.
Artois Rel is coming?
Mm-hmm. If you need help for any of the part of the duty, let me know.
I think this is a solo duty, though, if it's what I think it is.
Yes, but I'm on voice with you, and I can watch the camera.
Okay. Please do.
Just so you know, I had to do this duty twice because I found the last person at the worst time.
Well, good news is I have more DPS than you did at the time, most likely. I don't mean that
Probably.
badly. It's just that we know that Samurai DPS is such that it's probably going to get nerfed next major patch.
Probably.
Why do you have to be on the far side of everything? Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of faith are unknown. I am told that one claimed to have served under Thornton VII. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seized control of the vault, I think a highly likely yes. Which means they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on, Lord Artois-Rel. You are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? Wow, Artois-Rel looks actually pretty good in that armor. I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, and my shield will not break. Yeah, speaking about broken shields, talk to your half-brother about that. Oh, wait, you can't. Holone is my witness.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
We will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my friend, or my lord. Friends, follow me. Well, time to go wreck some faces. Don't tell me I've got to also keep Emmerich alive, don't I? Thancred's here. Alpha Node and Ishtola are here. Remember, saving the hostages takes precedence over all else. Mind your attacks and subdue the enemy quickly.
Just a hint. When you get to the second phase,
yeah,
you're going to want to look in places that are off the map.
As in, look for hidden passages and the like, is what you're saying.
Yes. That's what actually screwed me up the first time I did it.
You must hurry. The others were taken elsewhere by Sir Simeonard. Sir Simeonard? So this is indeed the work of the Archbishop's former servants. On your guard, they surrounded the alarum. I will hold the entrance and look after this one. Now go! They didn't even need my ass. Secure the hostage. Leave the others to us.
Down with you.
You also have better AoE for range than I do.
True. So we're now fetters. They took the others somewhere. It happened so quickly. There they are. Let none escape. Not alone, you won't. Wilhelmina, stay with Sir Emmerich and Lord Artois-Rel. This way, to the choir.
You underestimate me.
Oh my. Sir Simeonard, lay down your arms and release these hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and a kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Furies' judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Archraurel, Wilhelmina, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonard. I want to kill this dude.
Oh, you will.
It's specifically not letting me help.
Yes, because you have to run and save the hostages. You save them first before you can help them.
There's hostages. I beg of you. The others must be nearby, but where? Van, if you see anything,
The other end.
Other end?
Other end and turn left.
Other end, turn left. Traitor, Kinslayer, by what sorcery do you yet stand? Enough, all of you attack. Oh, shit. Now I need to get back upstairs ASAP. And
Yep.
Okay. I see no others. Come, Sir Emmerich needs our help. I'll be glad to give it as soon as I can. Oh, I gotta go the long-ass way, don't I? Come on, Emmerich. Stay and live. Stay alive, please, buddy. 48, 47, 46. Shit. We're here, but where's the... They're not letting me help. They're not letting me help. I can't do anything. There's no others to save. Fan, is this supposed to happen?
There were... I don't know at this point.
I have to do this crap over again. They're not here. I'm gonna fail this. Yep, there was. Look, all the way in the back. We're gonna do this again quickly. That's actually got me a little bit pissed off. I could see the fighting way in the back. Now I understand. I've been told about this mission in the past. Now I understand why people hate it.
People hate it? I just thought it was epic.
I might have to get up. I think I hear family yelling outside. Okay. Oh, I think I found out what was just being yelled about. Family. Pulling a tree down in the yard.
Ah.
I wasted my sprint here. Come on, let me move. Come on, move faster, move faster. You see, there is fighting back there. You can see it. So we'll leave that for the third one and go.
The fighting back there?
It's fake fighting.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell then? There's no other direction for me to go. got the... What the... He says, I see no others nearby. Come, Sir Emmerich needs our help. You're seeing that, aren't you?
Oh yeah, now you go up. Now you release that final bond. Get up there.
That's what I did the last time. This is exactly what I did the last time. This is exactly what I did the last time. One day, I swear, you will... He took Melee. You must hurry. The priest took Melee upstairs when he saw you kill his men. Have no fear, child. We will save your friend.
Where is he? Where is he?
The priest is dangling a child out a window by the neck.
Come no closer. You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
He just tossed her out the damn window. Looking like he's friggin' Alexander Anderson. And everybody just saw him do it, too. Well, she dead. Anybody up for some child-flavored floor pizza? Saved by a dragon. Oh, and she's all sorts of beaten up and bloodied. Don't be afraid. That dragon just saved your ass, girl. Even if it is properly browned after falling from that.
Not at all.
child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
And all of the common people suddenly saw the life of a child, an innocent child, saved by a dragon, when the priests were more than willing to murder her to make Emmerich look bad. When we didn't see what happened to the priests looking all evil and shit.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
That's going to be politically inconvenient for the true believers.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee.
This has got to be an end of a chapter thing going on here.
I bear a message from my sire.
Because this is a big momentous thing right here.
From Gracefelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
Oh, great. I'm going to have to...
Peter Vestinian. Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
That was moving.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
Indeed.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Dravanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our country, or on our own.
I like Count Edmund.
I see much of and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Did Edmond de Fortom just refer to Emmerich as another son?
Yep.
Lord Edmund.
Interesting. Goes to show the old man has hidden depths. Suddenly, this is probably where I get the House Fortom Knight title from.
In a bit.
Well, in a bit probably means later tonight, because after I get done with this cutscene, I gotta call it, because I got stuff I gotta get done. Because I got a sister coming to visit in about a month, and we want to get their room ready so it's there for when they're here. Anyway, thank y'all very much for watching. We got a lot done today. We helped put down a crazy bastard fundamentalist priest who was wanting to kill children to make the truth get buried. We got to speak in a lot of funny accents. Now, I will be back later tonight because, like I said, I've got things I got to get done. So thank you all very much for watching. Like, follow, and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. This has been Harmony Muse with a guest of my good friend, Fan the Wolfman. And I will be back later tonight. Though tonight I'm probably going to take a break from all the heavy story stuff and probably do roulettes on my white mage. You know, try to get them closer to 60 if possible. Either way, thank y'all and have a good one.